They understand what problems you face. The teacher will just teach you whatever they know. A friend could explain it to you in a way that no teacher has done. After certain age, like once you get a job and you're settled, then you could let the parents become dependent on you.
It makes you unique actually. What do you think that you're unique? So you
And
was
then
low that time. I'm not
Yeah.
asking about performance, but by mindset, like
I
I
can't do it. I'll drown in the water. My teacher's always scolding at me. That's why
In studies, ever happened that thing?
even Mahatma Gandhi was in South Africa. I read it as a way to pass my time, to calm myself. It's not like I have to remember this.
By friends.
From
How?
friends. They are
Hello everyone, this is Kiran here. Today we are going to do a little bit different thing, and why we are doing is like I want to show everyone how little mind work. Like let's say I have 11-year-old with me, and I'm always taking interviews that is of like 24-year-old, 20-year-old, those who graduated from the engineering, graduated from the polytechnic, graduated from the masters. So questions will be similar at every age, and you all know questions never differs in your life, but answers differs because your age category is different, your thinking is different, your brain has different capabilities at different age. So let's meet the Amulya. Hello Amulya.
Hi,
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Okay, so this is just a discussion. So be candid, be natural, and I want to ask you like very simple questions. Be descriptive, keep up your own mind what it says. So tell me about yourself.
So I am Amulya. I am going to go to 6th grade right now. My vacation's going on, so I'm not exactly in 6th grade, but yeah. And I'm 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I like to read and swim, and sometimes I go to play badminton.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're not good at badminton, you're
I'm
saying?
not that good, but I'm not that bad.
So you are like
Medium.
medium.
Intermediate.
Okay. So what do you want to be? You want to be a sportman? Sportwoman?
No, I'm not sure right now, but I think I'll become a businesswoman of some kind.
Why you think about that? Like what energy or what you're preparing for, or what your preparation says? Will you really become a businesswoman?
Right now, I'm not sure if I even want to become a businesswoman. So it's like it will change according to time. So it's not like I want to become a businesswoman. I could become something else in the future. Right now, I think I'll become a businesswoman.
Okay, you are thinking that.
Huh.
But
So I'm not
what
like
makes you to think
stuck
on that?
it. I'm inspired by my father.
Okay. So
I see him work. I see how he.
what difference you find like businesswoman and when you are working for any job? What do
So
you
like
think?
at a job, when you're working for a job, your boss is always bossing you around, like do this, do that, work, do this work, do that work, bring me water. But when you're the businesswoman or owner of any company, actually, then you can get a holiday when you want. It's not like you have only 10 days for holiday.
You mean to say that owner don't need to work, but employees need to work?
No, owner needs to work.
Mm-hmm.
Employees also need to work. But owner has a little more chill pace. Owner also has to work, but the owner also works a lot. But the owner can take a break.
Okay.
The employee has to ask the owner or their boss or the manager, and then the manager will. It's the manager's choice if he wants to give you work or does not, or does he want to give you a
Okay,
break.
so you go to school, right? So any
Yeah.
projects you executed till now?
Yeah, the most recent one was my PYPX.
Okay. So what was that project?
It was not like a project, it was a showcase of what we learned. So like 2-3 months before the PYPX, we had to choose a UN goal that we wanted to research on. And then so like there was a variety of them. Our teachers gave them to us. We chose one.
So which topic you chose?
I chose which one was it? peace, justice, and strong institutions because it sounded a little interesting. So when we learned, then there were groups. So like for each topic, zero hunger, there was another group. Life below water, there was another group. Peace, justice, like that, all the groups were there. So then our teachers, whoever were assigned to keep watch on us, they would tell us what to do, but it was student led.
Yeah, that's a process to execute a project. But I want to know, like, what was that project or what it meant to be?
It was meant to be a showcase of what we've learned throughout the whole process of
Okay.
the whole preparation process.
Mm.
So like it wasn't to our teachers, okay, little bit to our teachers, but sixth graders came, children came, so we had to explain it to little children, like
Okay.
first grade. We had to explain what it was.
Yeah, so before
And
that,
our
any
teachers-
project?
Before that, not very relevant project. Like it was just class project, small,
Okay.
not any.
What are your strengths, you think?
My strengths are swimming. I'm very good at it. I'm
Okay.
learning butterfly. The rest of them I know.
How you can say that you are good at it?
So like
You yourself evaluate yourself or people evaluate yourself?
So like I will evaluated myself, and I used to take classes
Mm-hmm.
for swimming and my friends, and then in school also we have swimming. So our school teacher told me that I'm good at it. I learn
So,
very
do you
fast.
think that somebody should evaluate you or yourself should be evaluating yourself to make yourself best or say that I'm best? What do you think? So,
I
somebody
think it
should be
should be-
categorizing you in the best category or you yourself should say that you are best? What do you think?
I think it shouldn't be like if you just yourself evaluate yourself, then you might miss a little bit here and there.
Mm-hmm.
If you take only the coach's opinion, then the coach might have not seen your full strengths.
Okay.
So that's why I think it should be little of both. So you should do a self-evaluation, but also let the coach tell you what you could improve on.
Okay. Did you find yourself sometimes in a stress?
Maybe like sometimes when I have to do class work,
Mm-hmm.
or like the teacher scolding me,
Mm-hmm.
or I fell down and then the next day I have a competition.
That time you feel that you are stressed.
Yeah, or like I have a test tomorrow and I haven't been prepared enough. I feel like I'm not prepared enough. Then sometimes I feel stressed.
So, how you handle that stress?
So I mostly talk to my friends. So like our friend circle, we just tell each other that, oh, this has happened. What am I going to do? Then our friends just give us little advice.
Mm-hmm.
Like not the adult kind of advice like you should do this. But they just tell us that you are doing great.
Okay, how you feel importance about social media actually? The social media you also might be knowing, right? What social media you know?
I know a lot of it.
Like?
Like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter,
Okay.
Insta, lots of.
So, what do you think? Does it play important role in your life?
In today's time, yes.
Okay.
Like back then when you were a child, no. It didn't play an important role.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I don't have social media, okay. I have social media, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like very necessary because like communicating. Example, I live in India and my best friend lives in some other country.
Where your best friend is staying? Which country?
My best friend currently stays in Pune only.
Okay.
But like example,
Hmm.
some family member of mine lives in some random other country.
So,
Then communicating with them.
so you can communicate through WhatsApp also, right?
Yeah, so WhatsApp is a social media
Yeah,
platform.
perfect. But why to go to Insta then?
Insta is for like when even Insta you can communicate with people.
That's correct. But don't you feel that Insta is ruining
On
your best time?
Sometimes if you like watch it all the time, but Insta, YouTube, Facebook, you can use it to express yourself. You can use it to show your talent to the world.
It matters to show your talent to outer world, or inner peace is important, or outer appreciation is more important to your life?
Both are important. It's not like one thing's important, the other's not. Both are important. If the outside world appreciates you and you yourself don't have the self-confidence, then it's not good for yourself, because then you're overconfident.
Okay.
Like, I'm the best, nobody else thinks
Okay.
that.
So appreciation from outside world also matters.
Yeah, because it can affect how you think.
How?
So like example, if the outside world just says that you're bad, then you yourself start losing your self-confidence. But if the outside world, the other people, your family, your friends say that you can do it, you're good, you just need some practice, then it can boost a little bit of your self-confidence.
Did you ever feel the peer pressure?
Sometimes, like when I don't want to play a game, but my friends, not my best friends, like in my friend circle, but if some other friends of mine are playing some game and they're like, come play with us, and then I'm left alone because my best friend is absent, then that's some.
So that's a peer pressure you're saying?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
peer
but
pressure.
that's peer pressure, means your friend's pressure. That's one thing. How you define social pressure?
Social pressure.
Society pressure, like people have pressure, like at your age, like means, let's say my daughter is not doing good in exam, then I'm giving example of my neighbor's daughter. So how you relate it, like how does it important in your life, or is it really matters or irrelevant, or what parents should do on it, what you are feeling that parents should be improving in that if it is bad?
It's okay. So like for some children it might work, like, oh look, they are doing good, so I can do even better. But for some children, they might feel like, oh, they are doing good, I am doing nothing, that they'll feel bad about themselves. Like, look, if parents say like always every day, they're like, look, look, our neighbor's daughter is doing this, look, our neighbor's son has done this, you are doing nothing. Then it might be a little harmful. But if you do it like very less, sometimes
In a good, healthy manner, then it's okay.
If it's in a healthy manner, like, look, she's doing it in a good, she can do that, so why can't you? You can do it too. So if it's like that, then it's okay. But if it's
But now how it matters, like somebody gets A grade, somebody might get B grade, somebody might get C grade in examination. How you say, like, do you think that A grade people are good and B grade people are bad?
No, like in the future, it's not actually going to matter. In the job interview, are they going to ask, in first grade, did you get A grade, B grade, or C grade?
Okay.
No, it's just A, B, C grade it's just to tell you that you can do better in this place.
Okay.
It's not to actually say, like, in the job interview or when you get a job, you're not going to remember like, oh, I got in first grade, I got C grade, I'm very bad. No, right?
But there will be some eligibility, right? So those who got A grade will only be appearing for the interview.
No, it's not like that. In the future, you might get better at that.
Okay.
You might just become the best at the thing that you were the worst at in the past. So it does not, like, it matters. So like if you keep on getting C grade and you just don't pay attention to it,
then it's bad.
Then it's bad. But if you pay attention to it and be like, okay, I'll.
So how
improve in
you just
this
explain
place.
me, like what your generation is doing, and you're seeing some senior people also around you, right? Those who are looking for job, right? Job searching.
Yeah.
So what difference you see between their generation and your generation?
Their generation, it's not much of a difference because, but now's generation, even children, like my age, sometimes smaller, they're better at technology.
Oh.
Because we've been around it since our childhood, right? You guys didn't have it back then. So our generation is better at like using technology.
But knowing technology and using technology has a difference, right?
Yeah. Knowing technology is like, I know this, but I'm never going to use it.
That's a knowing technology.
Knowing technology is like, I know how to use a laptop, but I can't use it physically.
Okay, that's
So
the
like,
knowing the things, but not using it.
Knowing it is theoretical. But when you have to do it, actually use the laptop, that's when you say using technology. That's when you know that I have to do this. I have to do first.
So what do you
class
think?
this,
Knowing
that
things
thing.
matters or using things matter?
Using things matter. I know that somebody did this. So how am I going to use it in my life?
Okay.
That's what matters.
So for everything, people should relate that to with
So
our
like
life.
when you relate it to yourself,
So
it's
just
better.
I know you are at the age of 11, you are smaller, but still, if I ask you, I'll give you one scenario. The people, those who are of 20 age, 22 age, freshers, graduated from the college, looking for the job, but at outside the world, economic condition is not so good, and they're not getting jobs so easily. So they are going for interview game, but getting rejected again and again. So they are getting depressed, and they are reaching to their hometown again from Pune, because Pune is a job hub. So what your little advice for them?
Just don't.
Just advice, because I know I'm putting bigger word in the smaller mouth, but still, what do you think?
Just don't give up, and so like ask, if you fail the interview, ask the person what mistake did I make.
Okay.
Don't just be like, okay, I failed this interview, now bye. Just don't leave the companies, like do what you want now. Then you have to ask what you did wrong. What mistake did I make? After you ask them, they'll obviously answer you.
But if they don't answer,
Then you could do a self-evaluation.
okay, what does self-evaluation means?
Self-evaluation, like you could remember what you said, or you could think about what you said and try and find the mistake yourself, or ask somebody in your family who works at a company and tell them what you said, what questions they asked, and ask them what could I have done better.
Yeah, but that is one thing, that's a technical thing. But when I'm getting rejected again and again, then I feel low, right?
Yeah.
So what to come up out of that low?
You could try a group study in groups. That's when group studies are better. Okay. When you're feeling bad and you feel like you can't do anything, that's when group studies are better.
Okay.
So like your friend, especially with your friends. So like when you sit with your friends, they'll explain something to you better than a teacher could ever.
Okay.
Because they understand you, they've been with you, they understand what problems you face. The teacher will just teach you whatever they know. A friend could explain it to you in a way that no teacher has done. And you could understand it better. So maybe try group studies.
So that's your suggestion for the elder people, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing they are so depressed now, because the job condition is too bad, and they're not getting job, but their home condition is good. They are dependent on parents. Okay. So is it a good thing to depend on the parents or be independent? What do you think? What's your opinion for it? So means like at your age, what people are thinking? So
at my age, people just think that it's okay to be dependent on parents. So like till some point of age, you can't just be dependent on your parents forever, right? Till your death, because the parents could die anytime. So after you get a job, the parents could become dependent on you. Oh. You should help the parents become dependent on you, because your whole life you've been dependent on them. Now they'll be dependent on you, easy.
Okay. So what do you think? Means we should not be dependent upon the parents, right? After a certain age.
After certain age, like once you get a job and you're settled, then you could let the parents become dependent on you.
Great. So should students choose YouTube for learning?
If they don't get distracted easily and they're very focused, they're like very focused people, then they should, because YouTube is free. Okay. You get a lot of information from it. And yeah, but if you get distracted easily, then you could have some problems with YouTube.
So those people who are getting distracted, what shall they do?
They shall try books. If they find the books boring, then there are many apps to learn, right? Like you could have a tuition and like a teacher who teaches you properly and makes the class interesting for you. Maybe you could learn from a family member, or there are many apps I don't know the names. I don't remember.
What
them,
makes
but
you unique actually? What do you think that you are unique?
my speed of reading. Many
Ah.
people say that you're very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like my teacher says that I'm very fast at reading because like we have tests sort of. Like our teacher gives us 2 pieces of paper. There's a lot of stuff written on it,
Mm-hmm.
and she gives us 1 minute,
Mm-hmm.
like a 1 minute timer, and then we have to read as much as we can without making errors.
Mm-hmm.
So my teacher says that you're very fast at it.
Okay. So you already discussed the topic like stress, how you are handling, and many more things, right? So did you ever felt low ever in your life that no, I cannot do it. I'm feeling bad about it. Do you ever have such any incident that you were feeling low and then you came out of it suddenly and you become too high?
It was with swimming.
Okay. How?
So like when I was very small, like KG1, KG2,
Mm-hmm.
my mom used to force me to go to swimming,
Mm-hmm.
and then it sudden after once I came in first grade, I suddenly became good at it.
Okay. So you
And
was
then
low that time. I'm not
Yeah.
asking about performance, but by mindset, like,
yeah,
oh
like,
yeah, I cannot
I
do it.
can't do it. I'll drown in the water. My teacher's always scolding at me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
In studies, ever happened that thing?
studies, no.
No.
Sometimes in maths, once or twice, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like with basic maths, but at that time it was hard. So
Okay. So did you ever visited any country? So and what you took out of that country so that you are not seeing in our country that and that should be improved upon. I know we are all proud about our country, but what you learned in other country and if you been visited to that country and what takeaways for you there?
we recently went to South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Over there, I saw in what was Cape Town.
Mm-hmm.
It was very clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people followed the traffic rules.
Oh.
In India, people are just going like this, like this, like this.
Well, that's
on the
okay,
whole.
but what you learned out of it, what are the other better things you saw in their life or maybe culture or maybe
So like in Cape Town, in Johannesburg, I didn't see much, but in Cape Town, people were clean, and people actually followed the rules. So like in India, you see how in
I
traffic,
know.
even people go like this, like
No,
this.
that's okay, but what you learned from the other country, did you ever learn something or not?
Yeah, I learned that there were many freedom fighters, even in other countries, like in South Africa. Even Mahatma Gandhi was in South Africa.
Oh.
Over there, he faced discrimination. That's why he felt.
What he felt discrimination?
Nah, like he was an Indian,
Okay.
and he was considered low. Even so, he wasn't allowed on the train, even though he had the ticket.
Oh.
Over there, he felt discrimination.
So these days, you think discrimination is there in India?
Not much, like very rarely, I think.
Racism?
No, maybe religious.
Oh, maybe religious there, right?
Yeah.
Racism in other countries?
Yeah, especially in South Africa.
Oh.
Like black people are considered a little low. Not little
That
low.
you feel that, right? It might not be true, right?
It is true.
Okay.
The black people are considered bad, and
But that's not
like
true, maybe, right?
Most black.
Yeah, but what's your own opinion about it?
I think the same thing.
Why?
That white people are considered better over there. They get more opportunities over there. But black people, they get less opportunities. They are considered
Oh,
bad.
so that's happening there. So even Gandhiji faced discrimination as per you.
As an
What about
Indian.
USA? You know USA?
Yeah.
So in USA,
I've never been there. I've never been there.
You never been to that. Okay, so what are your dreams?
As in?
Yeah, as in maybe in career or maybe you want to do in your life or whether you want to earn money or not only earning money but you want to live your life in different way. How that could be?
In the future, once I am settled, I want to like travel the world. I want to go around to every country, go everywhere in that country, and like theme parks or amusement parks. It's like age limit, height
Okay.
limit. Sometimes I can't pass it, but mostly I can. So I want to try the rides that I can't right now,
Okay.
because I love to go on roller coasters and rides.
Let's say you are one character in a movie. Okay. Any movie you consider. Did you see any movies?
Lots.
Lot of movies. Any movie? Can you name?
Lock and key.
Lock and Key. Okay. Any book you read?
I'm reading right now a basic guide to finance.
Basic Guide to Finance. What you learned in that?
I'm not even halfway there. I've just started it. It's just about what finance is, what you can do in there. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not.
so not much you are expert at. So let's say you are one character in a movie. Okay, so which character you would like to play?
I would like to play Hermione Granger.
Okay, what is that?
She's a character in Harry Potter.
Oh.
I read one of the books of Harry Potter from my friend.
So what do you like in that?
So-
Why you want to be in that character?
Because she is very determined. She's very brave.
Determined means what?
She's very focused on her goal. So like she wants to do this, she will do it any way she can.
Okay, so let's say you have some goal in your future of you have some goal. Okay, so will you look at the problems or solutions, or how you'll find the solutions?
So I'll look for the problem. First, I'll look for the problems that I am having on the way to the goal, and then I'll try and look for the solutions. Like first, I'll try it myself, and if I still can't find anything, then I will go for some advice from somebody.
Okay, so it's very serious discussion I was doing with you, and now the last question, like let's say you're a boss in a home, you have your husband, kids, and everyone. Okay, so what
I don't
rules
want
you?
to marry.
You don't want to marry. Okay, so that's again different story. But let's say you're a boss of your home. So what rules you will be putting into the home house so that things will be in your order?
So maybe there'll be a specific day to eat normal food like roti, sabji, and all that. And the other day, we can eat junk food. So like one day I'll
So
eat.
for food you will put the rules again.
Yeah, for healthy food, one day healthy food, one day junk food.
Anything else?
So
Any
that-
rule? Only for food.
And everybody has to clean after themselves, because at home my mom is always screaming, saying that nobody cleans
Okay,
the
great.
place. She's the only one doing it.
So you are passionate about
I'm passionate about reading, swimming.
reading and swimming. So how many books till now you might have read?
I don't know, I never count.
But still, maybe any number?
Around 100.
More than 100 or more? Around 100.
Yeah.
So can you give me 5 names out of it?
The one I'm reading right now. Then Fascinating Space. 2, 3 more. Yeah, Fairy World. Unicorn Academy. I read it way back. And yeah.
Don't you think that you say that I read 100 books but you are not able to recollect names of 5 books? What do you think? Where is the problem actually? Because this is young generation problem. Because when I ask people, he says I know Java completely. But when I ask them basics of Java, they are not able to understand. So where might be the problem lies?
So the problem, it's not the problem that I have with reading, okay? I don't read it as like I have to learn something from it. I read it as a way to pass my time, to calm myself. It's not like I have to remember this. I just have a chill pace at it. It's okay if I don't remember it, because what am I going to do remembering the book names that I read? But if it's for something like study, I know a lot of it. I can't say that I know all of science, right?
So a lot of books you read, as you said, if I want to believe on that, can you give me simple message that you learned from those books? Some message you might have got, right? So can you give me some messages so that our audience will also understand?
So first is that don't be distracted from your goal.
Okay.
And second is, if you give up, then you're useless basically. Because if you give up while you're trying to reach your goal, then what's the point? What's the point of all that trying that you did?
Okay,
So it's just going to be useless.
that's it. It's only goal.
Hmm.
How you keep yourself motivated? One more question.
I keep myself motivated by my friends.
By friends.
From
How?
friends. They are the main motivation.
How?
Because they tell me that if she can do it, why can't you do it? They tell me that you can do it. And they understand me the best because like we're in the same school, we do the same work, all the teachers give us the same work. So we understand the problems we each other have. So that's why they motivate me the most.
Okay, Amulya, so what recently you are learning actually new thing? Reading books, I know. You already told your goals, you told your focus, you told how you got the stress, come out of the stress and everything you told. What recently you are doing?
So I
And
have
you told one book also, like Basics of Finance you are reading, right?
Yeah.
So what you're learning these days?
So I have French class. I learn some of French. Sometimes some of maths because maths class.
Though that's just academic, but
Yeah.
outside from that.
Outside I'm learning. I've just started
What?
to learn finance, stock market.
Okay, stock market.
Yeah.
Do you know any stocks? Any companies?
Yeah, lots of.
Which company?
So like take Colgate for example.
Okay.
Colgate, Barbie.
So Colgate is there in the stock market?
Yes. It's a very big company.
Yeah, so thank you, Amulya, and I really like what you said, and I think young generation also taking some points out of you. Those who are hearing this podcast, I would say the video, I don't want you to judge her on her age, but just some points out of it. Just simple point, I will say, tell me about yourself. I asked to her, and same question we are asking to the engineering graduate also. I asked how you handle stress. Same question will be there for the engineering graduates also. So it's not about engineering or primary student or something. Everybody has peer pressure. Everybody has a social pressure. Everything is there. So that's all, guys. So thank you, Amulya. Thank you for coming to our stage and elaborating many things. And I'll say guiding us in many ways. And we'll really take out something good out of you. Okay. And thank you again.